Namaskara, the South Indian is here and bringing you a special Karnataka plate that is full of Karnataka stories. Our main story today. It all began after the Congress won a fabulous victory bagging 135 seats in the recently concluded Karnataka Assembly elections. The tussle began for who shall be Chief Minister. Will there be rotational Chief Ministers? Is Siddaramaiah too old to herd the team? Is D.K. Shivakumar kind of mercurial? So, all these questions were there, and you and I, we witnessed the kind of drama which unfolded after the government had had a wonderful victory. Now, D.K. Shivakumar's brother, D.K. Suresh, rallied around his brother because he felt, like many, that it was D.K. Shivakumar who had turned the tide insofar as the Vokkaligas coming onto the Congress's side was concerned. But then, as always, the Congress High Command comprising Mallikarjun Kharge, Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi had the final say. Their choice was Siddaramaiah, someone who was mature, politically savvy, non-controversial and someone who had fostered Ahinda. This, however, didn't go well with those who were rooting for D.K. Shivakumar or DKS as is popularly known. Let me remind you what D.K. Suresh had said at the time. He had said, and I am quoting him, "I am not fully happy, but in the interest of Karnataka, we wanted to fulfill our commitment. That is why D.K. Shivakumar had to accept. In future, we will see there is a long way to go. I wish it, that is CM post for D.K. Shivakumar, but it didn't happen. We shall wait and see." That is what D.K. Suresh said, rallying around his brother D.K. Shivakumar. You know, that may have been dismissed as sibling love, but it was soon clear that there were two camps operating within the government and the party, a DKS camp versus Siddaramaiah camp. And let me tell you, it is still continuing. There is no let up. In July, just 2 months after Siddaramaiah took over, senior Karnataka Congress leader B.K. Hariprasad challenged the Chief Minister, claiming he knows how to bring him down. Hariprasad was obviously sulking as he was omitted from the cabinet. Now, what he said was this. He said, "I know how to make CM and how to bring him down. I do not beg from anyone. I will stand with my chest. Becoming a minister is a different question. The community should be conscious. Whether I become a minister or not is a different question. I have already played a role in making 5 chief ministers in this country." That is what B.K. Hariprasad said, and Hariprasad, of course, did it again 10 days ago when he took a veiled dig at Siddaramaiah, calling him a fake socialist. He actually did not name the chief minister, but everyone understood who he had meant. You know what he had said? People wearing a Hublot watch and a panche, that is a dhoti in Kannada, cannot claim to be Samajwadi. He said Samajwad means equality for all. People from backward classes were removed from the deputy chief minister post and importance was given to people of his own caste. That is what Hariprasad said, and now he has been, of course, served a notice for his anti-party activities. But Hariprasad seems relentless, what with his references to Devraj Urs, Janardana Pujari and Bangarappa in comparison to Sidda. So, what I am trying to tell you is, look at the way the camps are operating. There are two camps, like I said. One is the D.K. Shivakumar camp and the other is, of course, the camp which is heralded by Siddaramaiah, or maybe is not doing it, but people are operating of their own volition. Even as one camp targets Siddaramaiah, the other guns immediately for D.K. Shivakumar. In a recent comment, Cooperation Minister K N Rajanna suggested that Karnataka should have 3 deputy chief ministers. He said that he would soon write to the Congress High Command to appoint deputy chief ministers from the Veerashaiva Lingayat, SC, ST and minority communities. He said, and I quote, "We are headed towards the Lok Sabha polls." This is what Rajanna said. "We need votes of all communities Right now, we have an OBC Chief Minister and one from a forward community as Deputy Chief Minister. Veerashaiva Lingayats, SC/ST and minorities supported the Congress, and that's why the party won, that is in the assembly elections. So the High Command should make Deputy CMs from these communities. Now, K Suresh, that is DK's younger brother, didn't really brush this aside and said how Rajanna should be asked what he meant, as he seems to be running the government. But guess what? Rajanna did it again. He added to his demand of 3 deputy CMs and said if 3 posts are not created, then the government will become unstable. He also insisted that it's not that he was working at the behest of this camp or that camp, but just wanted to see Karnataka sail to success in 2024. There is, of course, a bite of Rajanna. Here's what he said.
ನಮ್ಮ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಪಕ್ಷ ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಲೋಕಸಭಾ ಸ್ಥಾನಗಳನ್ನು ಗೆಲ್ಲಬೇಕು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯನೂ ಕೂಡ. ನಾವು ಗೆಲ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ ವಿಶ್ವಾಸನೂ ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಒಂದು ವಿಶ್ವಾಸಕ್ಕೆ ಪೂರಕವಾಗಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಸಮುದಾಯಗಳು ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ನಮಗೆ ಬೆಂಬಲವನ್ನು ನೀಡತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ 3 ಉಪಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಸ್ಥಾನಗಳನ್ನು ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನು ಅಸಮಾಧಾನ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಏನು ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನು ತೆಗೆಯಬೇಕು, ನಾವೇನೋ ಅವ್ರ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿಲ್ವಲ್ಲ. DK ಬ್ರದರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, DKನೂ ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಉಪಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸಂತೋಷ. ಮತ್ತು ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು ಕೂಡ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಪಕ್ಷವನ್ನು ಸಂಘಟನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಚಾಣಾಕ್ಷತೆ ಇದೆ, ಅವರ ಸಂಘಟನಾಕಾರ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಬಾರಿ ಅವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಕೂಡ ವ್ಯಕ್ತ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಅವರಿಗೇನು ಅಸಮಾಧಾನಗೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಸಂದರ್ಭ ಏನು ಉದ್ಭವ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಭಾವಿಸ್ತೇನೆ.
As I said, even if Siddaramaiah really does not wish it, let's hypothetically think that this is all being done by those who are trying to prove themselves to be more loyal than the king. The camps are working overtime to create fissures between the chief minister and his deputy, and it's getting very, very clear day by day. You know what? It not only bodes ill for the newly minted government, it is a serious charge to be brushed aside for the newly minted India bloc, which is the opposition bloc, which is challenging Narendra Modi for 2024. Before we get into our debate with the experts as to is there a rebellion which is brewing against DK Shivakumar, is someone trying to cut DK Shivakumar to size, here is what PWD Minister Satish Jarkioli said, and after that, please listen in to what the Deputy CM DK Shivakumar had to say. Coming back to you.
ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದಾರೆ, ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಹೇಳ್ಯಾರ, ಅವರೊಬ್ಬರೆಲ್ಲ ಮುಂಚೆಯಿಂದ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆಗಬೇಕಂತ. ಈಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು ಅಂತಿಮವಾಗಿ ಪಕ್ಷ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಒಬ್ರು ಇರಬೇಕಾ, 3 ಮಂದಿ ಇರಬೇಕಾ, 4 ಇರಬೇಕಾ. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ವ್ಯಕ್ತ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ ಹಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ರಾಜನ್ ಅವರು ಆ ರೀತಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರ ಅನಿಸಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನು. ಸೊ ಅಂತಿಮವಾಗಿ ಪಕ್ಷ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
ಭಾಳ ಸಂತೋಷ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ವಿಜಯಕ್ಕೆ ನಾಯಕ ವಿನಾಯಕ, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಆಗಲಿ. ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋರು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳೇ ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ.
ಸರ್, ಲೋಕಸಭೆ ಚುನಾವಣೆ ಹೊತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ವಿಚಾರಗಳು ಯಾಕೆ ಮುನ್ನೆಲೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ
ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ನನಗೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನೇ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು, ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು.
For those who've just joined us, we are discussing if there is a rebellion brewing against Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, DK Shivakumar, because the clarion call or the chorus against him, as in let's appoint 3 more Deputy Chief Ministers, is growing by the week. That's what is happening. Let me now take you to our experts who are joining us on the show today. Nizam Faujdar, General Secretary and spokesperson for the KPCC, has joined us. Vijay Grover, senior journalist and political analyst, is also with us, and also Roja Kandat, who is senior journalist, is with us. Hello, namaskara to all of you. First up, Nizam, I want to ask you that what is going on, Nizam? I mean, every week we hear, first we heard Hari Prasad ji, of course you've served a notice against him and taken action. Then Rajanna not once but twice spoke, Satish Jarkioli is speaking, all of them are speaking about, they all seem to be, you know, like let's have this very, very honorable kind of a, you know, intention. This is all for 2024, so let's do it so that we don't lose out. What is really going on in your party?
There's nothing going on in the party. There's one person, there's a minister who says what he feels is his entitlement to speak, and he is speaking. And I think that's the party's democracy. So if everybody has the right, has the the space to speak within our party, and I think he has spoken. But the end of the day, it's the high command. I think our PCC president B.K. Shiv Kumar said it's the high command which makes the decision. And I think the decision is with high command. And I think high command has not taken cognizance, has not spoken about it. There is no plan about it. There is nothing that we really need to talk about. Today, we really need to talk about is how to dismantle the BJP's government in the center. And I think Congress party is working very closely with a lot of strategies in place. We are working very hard to make sure that the BJP government doesn't repeat in 2024, and we are walking towards it. And let's walk towards it and make sure that this country is happy and it's a human development country, a country that can actually become a superpower in the global arena. I think that's where we really need to talk about.
All right.
One chief minister, one DCM, or one chief minister, 4 DCM. That decision is going to be taken in the due course of time. I don't really think we really need to debate today and say that what's going on within the Congress party. The Congress party is strong, it's becoming stronger day by day, and I think there's no question, no doubt about it.
Yeah, Nizam, I would also wish that all governments, it's not like, I'm not doing a Operation Kamal on you, please, or a Hasta on anyone. I'm just a journalist who wants to figure out, you remember all the drama which unfolded because I've been covering Karnataka elections for the longest time. We saw the comings and goings about, who will be chief minister. So we all know this. I mean, it's okay. Politics mein hota hai. I'm asking you, you said a very nice thing that a minister spoke, and that is what our policy is. Why not? Because we believe in democracy. Fantastic. I salute you. Then why serve Hari Prasad a notice, Nizam?
See, I think in today's context of speaking whether we need to have four DCMs or 1 DCM or many more DCMs, I think that's where we are supposed to debate today. I think what has gone within the party framework, what Mr. Hari Prasad said, and the party and the disciplinary committee feels that it needs to serve a show cause notice. It has served a show cause notice, and Mr. Hari Prasad has all his, intelligence, political intelligence to give a response to it, and I'm sure he will do it. I think he's a very
right. So there is a saying, considering you speak Hindi, Nizam, chit bhi meri aur pat bhi meri. That is what you are doing today. You say there is democracy. When I say notice is served, he says yeah, notice is served. I mean, this obviously there is a mini rebellion, and I'm sure your government is heralded by very politically savvy, mature people. I'm sure that it will be quelled, the rebellion, but as of now, gadbad to hai. Vijay Grover, also Dr. Baswaraj Itnal has joined us. Let me also welcome him to the debate. But Vijay, first to you. Vijay, this kind of mini rebellion, skirmishes, which are that we need 3 CMs. It's because it should not be just a Vokaliga, it should be from Veerashaiva, Lingayats, it should be SC/ST community, it should be minorities. Don't you think that the way everyone is speaking out of turn, it seems like they are like self-propelled. There is a rebellion which is brewing within the Karnataka government, Vijay Grover.
Good evening, Sudha. What I would like to actually start with, there is a kind of euphoria within the BJP, which actually is making people speak out of turn in terms of things. So, there is a saying, there is no smoke without fire. But here, I think so, it's a well-planned smoke screen that the government itself is triggering these debates of 3 DCMs, of reaching out to every caste community through these kind of statements coming out from Rajanna or from Satish Jarkioli. Now this is something which also actually distracts from the kind of partial implementation, I would say, of the guarantee schemes. and that is where, you know, the people are busy talking about whether we should have, you know, DCM from this community, this caste, or this religion, this language. Those are the kind of things that is keeping you know, the political circles busy, and not giving anyone an opportunity to actually start questioning the government as to why even still 30-35% of households have not got the electricity subsidy that was announced. Maybe it will take some time, but clearly this is something which is a part of the strategy. And you know, when Nizam Fawzar says that the government is running fine, I think so this is something which is a part of the strategy itself, to keep the people engaged in this kind of, you know, political discussion ahead of 2024. Now, one of the things over here also is, you know, if Rajanna has spoken or BK Hari Prasad has spoken, BK Hari Prasad is an exceptional case. You know, right from the time he wanted to take the switch back to state politics, he was not welcome, you know, because he's seen as high command's representative over here, a man who's very strong in Delhi, and not everybody is comfortable working with him. So that is something, you know, Hari Prasad may be exceptional, but if a Rajanna or a Satish Jarkioli, definitely they are batting for somebody. And, you know, this is something that is being said time and again, and it will actually become bigger. The noise will become bigger till such time that we actually see 3 or 4 DCMs taking charge, maybe in November or December. That could be the time frame.
Yeah, so I'm getting mixed messages from you, Vijay. You're saying that this is a they are trying to distract, it's just a tactic, it's a smoke screen, you know. Then there is also that, you know, these people are, so, you know, I mean, the thing is that there were enough indications, you know, in the way Shivakumar has been snapping. He's known to snap, you and I know, he's known to snap. Yeah. But, you know, the way once you have a position, then, you know, if tomorrow I become a principal of a school, I cannot snap. I have to be very, very careful. We've all had, you know, positions in our. So let me go to Roja. Roja, do you think that there is a rebellion against, you know, DK Shivakumar's style of functioning, where they were, you know, earlier saying that, you know, we should have people who should be appointed to corporations and boards. Even then, Siddaramaiah and DK Shivakumar, I saw one clip of Siddaramaiah saying, ask him, why are you asking me? Then also about this recently, Shivakumar said, ask him, no, we all report into him, why are you asking me this question? You know, there seems to be, even when it came to several other decisions, you know, in the government, we saw that these two people don't see eye to eye, which is normal, natural, maybe it's healthy. But do you think that there is a rebellion very clearly, that Siddaramaiah is here because he's apparently, he's made a lot of ministers very unhappy because of his style of functioning?
The fact that they took so long to decide on a chief minister itself should tell you that there is bound to be rebellion, because one group will always be unhappy. So many things have been discussed even before Siddaramaiah was declared the leader. There was a rumor that there's going to be 3 deputy chief ministers. There was a rumor there is going to be rotation. So ultimately the high command took over and no clear message came. So which is why the cronies are speaking on behalf of their leaders. But right now this Rajanna's rant should also be seen as the storm before the 2024 elections, because already BJP and JDS has discussed on seat sharing. So there is a fear with the Congress that they might lose power, like the BD Jatti government or the Ramakrishna Hegde government, who immediately lost after the Lok Sabha elections. So they would like to continue, and both want power. And, you know, in Karnataka, the Lok Sabha elections is going to be a different ball game. You know, the Congress is not going to get an easy victory like they did in the, you know, assembly elections. So, you know, both, you will see more such statements coming from BJP trying to break the Congress itself trying to break Congress. And all this is only because they are worried about 2025 elections, what kind of strategy to adopt. And these debates and these unwanted rants are one of the strategies which will kind of distract people from the development schemes. Right now, a lot of women are very happy because they've got free bus seats. But we should, yeah. So, you know, we still need to go a long way, because some people say, I still haven't got free electricity. So this is going to be a game to win the 2024 elections as far as I am concerned.
All right. So, you know, Dr. Itnal, look at it. I mean, Vijay and Roja almost, you know, kind of echoing each other and saying it is just they are just trying to distract, and it is all, you know, kind of something which is orchestrated. Dr. Itnal, look at the man who's at the center of all this orchestration, that is DK Shivakumar, someone who actually swung it for the Congress party so far as the Vokkaligas are concerned. Today, after all, JDS is, forced to go with BJP and get married to them. It's also because, it has actually lost its sheen. So, like I was saying that, doesn't it impact DK Shivakumar because he's at the middle, right at the center of it all. Imagine if there is a campaign which is run against me because we have to win something, it is still running against me. So, do you also think that there is no rebellion against DK Shivakumar? The style, the way he functions, he is at a absolute contrast with Siddaramaiah. What do you think is the real story, Dr. Itnal?
This is neither a rebellion nor it has got anything to do with 2024 elections, because whatever are the arguments of Rajanna or Indi Patil or Jarkiwali saying that this community should be having one DCM in the government, all these were considered before taking the decision 4 months ago. 4 months ago there were very hard bargaining done between Siddaramaiah, DK Shivakumar and the High Command. After such a strenuous a series of meetings, a formula was worked out that Shivakumar will remain the KPCC president, he will be the only DCM, and he will have the water resource ministry. These were the conditions kept, and there was a list of my candidates in the cabinet and his candidates in the cabinet. All this has been worked out. Now, why this is coming to the fore? Why this is coming to the fore now is simply because certain followers, certain supporters of DK Shivakumar are given precedence over certain supporters of Siddaramaiah. It is simply a bargaining kind of a argument that's happening here. Because when the government was sworn in, Siddaramaiah was sworn in as chief minister and nobody was sworn in as deputy chief minister because there is no such mechanism. There is no such mechanism. We can only swear in somebody as chief minister and others as ministers. So simply by going by that logic, every minister is a deputy to the chief minister. But anyways, why this is required to be announced that one particular leader is deputy chief minister? That is simply because of political optics. It gives him certain political prestige. It gives his support base, his supporters, a certain chip to bargain with for their own work or for their own.
No, but is there a power struggle, Dr. Itnal? I mean, by what you are saying, there is clearly a power struggle. If you are trying to there is no denying that. Would you say that, Dr. Itnal?
So my point is that while there is power struggle, the people who have to decide that whether how many DCM should be there and who should be DCM have already taken a decision. I don't think the party command is can afford at this point in time to get into that, to reopen that debate altogether. Because once that is opened, it's a huge Pandora's box.
So are you saying, sir, that the buck stops with DKS? There will be no more deputy?
It has to know, because it has to. Only thing, this might be a sort of a bargaining attempt to seek certain leverage, political leverage for Siddaramaiah supporters or some other leaders in the party. Because, whether Parmeshwar says that he is also in the reckoning for DCM's post, or Jarkiwali is saying that they will have to say that. Because if Jarkiwali does not say that, then what happens to his support base? He will say that. But will it happen? Is it really an issue to be discussed at the party forum now? It is not.
Yeah, but then it may have repercussions later, because everything is dug out and brought out, and I'm going to ask Nizam Faujdar.
After Lok Sabha, it's a different part.
It will come up. It's not going to go away. I mean, if you dig a small trench, I mean, it becomes a big crater in no time. I do not know how they'll, but then that's their internal party thing. Nizam Faujdar, how come that you do speak about how your party believes in democracy and principles of democracy, but how come there are so many people speaking out of turn? I know that Hari Prasad has been served a notice, but whether it is Rajanna who says I have no intention, but it is for 2024, is he head of the 2024 planning committee? I mean, why are these kind of erratic kind of things keep coming? Him, also he, Satish Jarkiwali. I mean, what purpose does it serve? कोई तो बदलाव होने नहीं वाला. According to you, everything will be status quo. Then why speak like this out of turn, Nizam Faujdar?
See, DK Shivakumar ji is the KPCC president. He is the ultimate authority in the state. And we do not issue diktats like BJP saying that nobody can speak, nobody can talk, nobody can pass a state. I think we are a little open forum. I think the people of this state as well as the country are happy with the way we function, and I think that's one of the reasons we were elected. About various people speaking on various forums on various issues, I think it's a welcome thing that the party is more vibrant because of that. If you look at BJP has not been able to appoint a leader of opposition for more than 4 months. So where is the leadership within the BJP? Whereas
So are
it
you
comes
saying
to
there'll be
Congress,
no
we have
3
leaders
or 4?
across the board.
So are you saying on my show that there'll be no more deputy CMs? The buck stops with Shivakumar.
The issue today is the party high command in favor of 3? I don't think so. There is any party line on that. The DK Shivkumar has made it very clear that it is the prerogative of the high command in Delhi. Mr. Kharge, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Ji, and the CWC will take its decision. But I think as of now, Mr. DK Shivkumar has made it extremely clear that
I
we
have a
stand by
question
the
for
party line.
Mr. Fauzdar.
And yes.
Yeah, go on, Miss Dr. Itnal.
Mr. Fauzdar, you just used a word called it represents certain level of vibrancy in the party. But at the same time, there is a huge sense of negligence or insensitive towards most party workers not getting any accommodation in the boards and corporation appointments. And also, there are a lot of party workers complain that the both leaders are not accessible to them just in 4 months. So, what is more vibrant? Vibrant is talking in the open about the party party disagreements, or vibrant party becomes when workers are accommodated.
No, I think we are having a multiple meaning of vibrance. Let me tell you about the boards and the chairmen, the boards and the corporations. The party is taking. Mr. DK Shivkumar has issued a letter to all the DCC presidents to basically nominate and send a recommendation list from each of the constituency, and then again it is filtered at the DCC level, and that DCC list will come to Mr. DK Shivkumar at the KPCC level, and he is going to make certain recommendations to the next level of the party. I think that's the kind of the party vibrance I'm talking about. We are trying to give representation from all the districts' point of view and from all the communities. And I think Congress party has always stood by a social justice, and we make sure we give enough political right, the right to the government, to all the communities, to all the people.
Yeah, right. I'm going to Vijay Grover. Vijay Grover, if you can hear me. Vijay Grover, tell me something, that is it also because, it could be that you need deputy chief ministers from other communities like the Lingayat, community, also SC, ST and the minorities, because somewhere to correct it, somehow experts are saying if the Congress has been able to crack the Vocaliga matrix, as it were, it only makes more sense to make it more expansive and get all these people in. And so there are two things. One, I still think primarily that it is against what is called DK Shivakumar's style of functioning. I don't think that everything is hunky-dory there. It is natural. And the other is that, of course, that, they want to make it more expansive. What are your views on that, Vijay Grover?
Well, see, Sudha, I told in the beginning, there is a kind of euphoria that is there within the party. Because they still, the victory is not yet fully sunk in, and every party leader wants to get a share of the kind of contribution he or she has made. Now, we are seeing the impact of DK Shivkumar's, breakthrough into the Vocaliga vote bank. We are seeing today JDS is actually at the negotiation table with the BJP. And sometime back, JP Nadda and H.D. Kumaraswamy, the kind of statements they gave very clearly reflects that, as far as the Vocaliga vote bank is concerned, Congress certainly has made the impact. Now, the demand for the 3 deputy CMs, and especially the Veer Shaiva Lingayat, because a big chunk of the vote shifted from the BJP to the Congress, and that is where this victory came from. And that's the reason why we see that, if a deputy CM from the Lingayat community is made, maybe MP Patil or somebody else, it could help, because, the next election, the Lok Sabha election, as far as Karnataka is concerned, it's a do or die for Siddaramaiah and DK Shivkumar, because they have promised the High Command that they will give 18 to 20 MPs from Karnataka, and that is where we are seeing that pressure is being put on them, that if you need that kind of members of parliament from the Congress in Karnataka, you need to actually reach out to the other community. So while we are seeing, these caste matrix being worked out, and which are the specific castes which
Right.
need to be reached out to, that clearly is what is putting the pressure. And people from these communities know it has to be done before the 2024 election.